you got all of the clothes. People like you get all of the nose. I stay just need it back. I'm watching it grow up in the sky. He sleep on the floor. He don't got no. He can't never with a bozo. Aim in his mouth like bro. Bros, if he really would it make him cash off the cold, bro. All his money.
Night beginning to fall over some. Shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium. Tonight, Week 15 begins with a great Thursday night matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the third.
It's a gain of 32. First down, Kansas City.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Anthony McFarland, his first carry of the ball game. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright. Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
Yeah, just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. On first down, McFarland. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Michael Davis. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. 5. And he brings this one back. It's a big 6 and a Charger team.
We talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays. But you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there.
point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. They run the counter. McFarland. And good pursuit yet again by the Chargers as they stuff him behind the line.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was. And now it's 3rd down.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Got an open man. It's Pringle. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago. So a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there. And they get the 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mahomes going to throw. Flush to his right. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. They're already trailing here in this first quarter. Last thing they needed was to cough the football. Well, they coughed it up, but luckily for them, it went out of bounds.
Yeah, still a long way to go. But when you're losing, every possession takes on a little bit more importance, doesn't it? And in that case, they almost made this game a lot more difficult for themselves by turning it over. Fortunate there.
2nd and short now following the fumble. To throw, it's Mahomes. His throw incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. McFarland. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On second down, McFarland. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Mahomes looks to throw on third down. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on fourth. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So on fourth down, Mahomes off. Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. It's from 44 yards away. Butker's kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses every time be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
Not
way.
the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it. Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 46. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And his first carry, he loses the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you give a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Ordinarily in short yardage, most people don't run a toss because it takes a little bit longer to develop. But some teams see it as a very physical type run because the amount of people that get out in front of the runner, offensive linemen, tight ends, sometimes an extra back, they like to run that play there and try and run over people.
They'll run here with McFarland. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Chiefs 3.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Edwards-Helaire. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is now 10-7.
Chargers 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, first and 10 at their 25-yard line. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
32-yard line.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Running on first down, Eckler. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
Well, these two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a second and 6. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Jalen Guyton, the intended receiver.
And it's third down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
And incomplete here to bring up fourth down as the rookie couldn't haul it in. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game. I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. That's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
on 2nd and 13. Mahomes.
He'll get this one to McFarland out of the backfield.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
On 1st down, McFarland. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Mahomes.
That's into the hands of his running back, McFarland.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. On play action, it's Mahomes. Man open is Robinson. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Throwing now is Mahomes.
He'll swing that out, complete to McFarland.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
The Chargers' 3-yard line.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
17. Chargers 7. Harrison Butker to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out.
The Charger drive about to get going.
They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by the rookie Nick Bolton.
And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. So after the INT, here's Mahomes.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
From the gun, this will be McFarland.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
For the field goal, a 60-yard attempt.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right. Too often you see a holder putting that football down right on the midfield stripe. 60 yards, Charles, but a little bit too much to bite off there.
Yeah, it's good to show confidence in your kicker. That might have been just a little bit too much. Now, I guarantee you, as you just noted, putting it down on the midfield stripe, that's a long way. Probably not as confident as well.
Well, they gave the 60-yarder a try, didn't make it, and now they're in a tough position defensively. This offense has it at midfield.
Right there.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
It's a nice completion and a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 27, Herbert.
This caught left side by the tight end Parham.
And out of bounds right around the 20.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Play action. It's Herbert.
His throw complete right side to the tight end Parham.
A gain of 6 there on first. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Justin Jackson. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
A 32-yard attempt.
Hopkins' kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Well, Charles, they're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on 1st down. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. The Charger drive about to get going.
And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch.
Now it's Herbert. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Now it's Jackson. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken right on the 30. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll try the left side. It's Jackson. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the pass. Mike 53.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Herbert off of play action. And that will be incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Let's take it inside his own 40. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Mahomes going to throw. Flushed out right. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. McFarland running out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there.
And that is a situation where in a defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but he had to play diagnosed perfectly there.
They'll run on first down. McFarland. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
From the 27, Mahomes. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The Charger drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, Herbert. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
That certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
50's the mic. 50's the mic. Let's party now.
On first down, Justin Herbert. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
On the run, this is Jackson.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. On first down, they'll start with McFarland.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Now here's Mahomes. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Mahomes now to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Well, one thing that we know for sure, do not question the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes, one of the strongest around.
And you'd think on 3rd down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result, because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
Extra point by Butker is on target,
and the lead now up to 14.
Chiefs 24, Chargers 10.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Roberts electing not to try it, and this will come out to the 25.
The Charger drive about to get going.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll try the left side. Jackson. And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. They'll run again with Jackson. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
It's 2nd and inches.
An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. Again, McFarland. And down he'll go at the 25.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
On 1st down now, run with McKinnon. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
They run once more with McKinnon.
And that's going to be a Chiefs 1st down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On 1st down, McKinnon. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Great effort by Derwin James on the stop. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
On the give, this is McFarland.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. Now Mahomes. Oh, a strip. The ball comes out and picked up by the Chargers. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Credit the sack to Shaquem Griffin. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert.
Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer.
And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here.
This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So that gets them a little closer, but clearly field goals are not going to be enough to win this game, at least not this deep into it.
Yeah, agreed if this were the second quarter. But since we're in the fourth, still 2 scores down, the question would be, did the field goal do much for you? But we have to admit, from the time we've been calling these games, how fast we've seen teams play, there's still a possibility, right?
Madden moves in a hurry.
Yes, it does.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. He'll check this down to McFarland. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball way open and completing the connection.
They'll run on 1st down. McFarland. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And they will take a knee here. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a